This is Awesome Games Done Quick, a speedrunning marathon that raises millions of dollars for charity twice a year. You heard that right. Beating games as fast as possible is now helping people save lives. For a lot of people, it is impossible to believe it. An event where people speedrun games has become the largest fundraising event globally for the Prevent Cancer Foundation and Doctors Without Borders? That's crazy, they say. Yet, here we are.
Hey everyone, I'm Mao, and welcome to the Game Design Perspective. Alright, I'll speedrun through this and I'll be brief. As many of you know, I am a designer working on the video game industry, which makes this video extremely personal to me. I worked and saved money for years, only to be able to accomplish this and go into this trip. This video is all about me fulfilling one of my dreams. And I hope you all enjoy it, and if you have any questions regarding the event or my experience there, please comment on the section down below, and I'll gladly answer all of them. Please also like and subscribe, and well, without any further ado, I'm extremely excited, so how about we start with a video?
By this point, speedrunning has become a very popular phenomenon in gaming, a hobby that started with only a few people recording their fast-paced playthroughs with whatever gear they had available, and then posting them in a website known as Speed Demos Archive, has now become one of the most beautiful and one of my favorite aspects in gaming. All these people, the speedrunners, have taken the task of digging and digging and digging inside each particular game to find the fastest way to beat it. Finding bugs, finding exploits and techniques to clear each beat of the game as fast as possible, and then putting everything into a full game playthrough and timing it, then practicing that route to perfection. It is incredible, and you don't need to be a speedrunner to enjoy this aspect of gaming. There is an entire audience that likes to play games as fast as they can in a casual way.
For example, I love playing through platformer games as fast as I can in a casual way. I'm not a speedrunner. My girlfriend actually sometimes hates watching me play games like Super Mario because I like going fast, and she likes taking her time exploring every little bit inside of it.
And watching speedruns for games you like is super interesting. The speedruns that happen on Games Done Quick have commentary that will help everyone understand their run, even if you're not a runner for the game itself.
I've been watching the events live since 2013 when I was in high school, dreaming about the day that I'd be able to attend the event.
And finally, after more than a decade, I was able to attend Awesome Games Done Quick 2025 on January of this year. I had to do it! This year was the perfect opportunity for me. The game I worked on, Rakugaki, was being ran by a top-tier speedrunner, Limey, and he allowed me to be a part of the run by commenting on it, alongside Vane, another top-tier runner.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I wasn't truly ready for everything that's going on at the event. I'll walk you through it so that you know just how many things are going on.
The event is split into two floors. The lower one had two arcade rooms. The first one had classic games in it. Games like F-Zero, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Super Monkey Ball, House of the Dead 4, lots and lots of pinball machines. While the other one had like more modern games in it, mainly rhythm games. It was my first time playing Waka, for example, but I also played some Dance Dance Revolution, and I'm afraid to admit that I'm as rusty as you can get in it. Honestly, my girlfriend and I spent a lot of time mainly on the classic room, where she fell in love with Tekken 8. Yes, I know it's a modern game, but it was part of the classics there. There were also escape rooms, which I wasn't able to get in because the slots filled out quickly. There are also rooms dedicated to board games. I didn't get in them because I was a little too invested in the speedruns and the arcade, not gonna lie. Then there are some private rooms dedicated to more silent activities. In here there were some private practice rooms. I got to practice the Rakugaki or RKGK run with Limey here. The floor above is what had the cool stuff for me. There was a huge public practice room with a lot of setups to play a bunch of games. games. It was awesome. I hadn't seen a Nintendo 64 hooked up to a CRT in a while. Majora's Mask was looking incredible. Then there were some games done quick stunts, mainly hotfix shows, and right in front was the Prevent Cancer Foundation stand. Since Limey is part of GDQ and part of the Black in a Flash crew, people were watching him practice his run. I was able to see a lot of people try RKGK here. It was such a beautiful experience. I had a lot of fun watching that. And then, at last, there was the main event. This room is where the stream is actually happening. Speedruns take place here, 24/7, non-stop. I spent so much time here watching so many speedruns, and I mean it. On Friday, I woke up at 6 AM to watch Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and went to sleep at 5 AM for watching Metal Gear Solid. That Final Fantasy VII Rebirth run is probably one of the speedruns I've enjoyed the most in my life. I sat down on the back couch and made a new runner for the game, my good friend Matrimony, who explained the run to me and answered all of my questions. Huge shoutouts to Matt. We sat down for almost 7 hours and there was very little downtime. I learned so much about action RPGs from his insights on the game. Also, as the biggest The Legend of Zelda fan in the multiverse, I could not miss the speedruns while I was at the event. Since I wasn't there for the first 2 days, I had to watch Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild at home. Both runs were incredible. Linkos is one of my favorite runners ever. But I was able to meet some of my favorite Zelda runners, like Gymnast. This guy is a legend. And Breath of the Wild, 2 players sharing a single controller to beat the game was literally out of this world, honestly. I don't know how they pulled that off. I was able to catch the rest of the Zelda runs. Tears of the Kingdom was awesome. I could not contain myself at the end of the run.
And that is time!
Ocarina of Time by ZFG, playing like this super tough randomizer. I mean, ZFG is a legend at the game. He cleared the randomizer in ways I did not know were possible. Seriously, you should definitely take a look at how he was able to beat Phantom Ganon. It was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in a run. Seriously, I'm not kidding. And the beauty that is Echoes of Wisdom. My god, what a run! It was so cool watching that. Runners were able to put this route in such a short amount of time. I mean, the game came out in September. Like, that's nuts, honestly.
Alright, it's time to get emotional. When I first started my journey in game development, one of the first things that crossed my mind was,
I want to be there. I want to be at Games Done Quick when a game I work on is featured. Being able to do it is one of the most thrilling experiences I've ever gone through. It's hard to believe that around 65,000 people are watching you live, but I enjoyed it so much. After years of watching people on stage running and commenting games, I was able to do it on the game that I worked on.
A little bit, but we are good to get started here in a second. If Mal, you want to count us off?
Oh, that's a dream. Okay, everyone. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
I still can't believe it. I even had some commentary planned for the run, and I forgot to mention it. For example, when I was working on this rail on RKGK, I always thought that I wish someone called for donations here. In my mind, it was a donation rail, and I was the one who called for them. But I forgot to mention that fun fact. By the end of the run, my heart was pounding. Performing live was such a rush, and I was holding back my tears. By the end of the run, I really didn't want the moment to be over. The run was spectacular, and at the moment, we thought it was Limey's PB. But then it turned out it was actually a world record speedrun on the half graffiti category. And apparently people on the back couch wanted to tell us about that, but none of us were able to actually hear them. So we were not able to call for that on the stream. We were not able to tell people that it was actually a world record.
Time's coming up. Right when I get to the very end, there's a time.
As soon as he pays finish, as soon as he comes to the start, like, time.
Is it right here?
And...
I'd like to shout out Mal for coming here.
But the run was everything I ever wanted it to be. It also proved to be a huge success. It gathered way more money than people were actually expecting it to do. Donations numbers were quite big compared to how short the run was and how little known the game is. People were there congratulating us for the great run, the commentary, and mostly for the amount of money that we raised. People came to thank me for being there, but I was the one thankful for them letting me be there. I never believed that we would be able to pull something like that off. A lot of people were cheering us up for our energy, and I was genuinely surprised by the amount of people that were happy to see a developer for the game supporting the event, supporting the runners for the game. I definitely suggest you watch the run if you're interested. It's such a fun watch.
The run, I mean, it was so exciting for me that I literally had to write my shoutouts on the palm of my hand, so I didn't forget anyone. Just like Patrick's star. You should definitely go watch that. I mean, now that I see it, like, it's so fun. Yeah, at the moment, like, I was super nervous, and right before the run I was like, I'm gonna forget. I'm extremely excited about this. I'm nervous, I'm happy. I was feeling so many things that I had to write it so that I did not forget a lot of people.
Afterwards, I was free to keep devouring speedruns for the last 3 days of the event.
Hitting $1 million milestone was incredibly exciting, but hitting the $2 million milestone was something else. It was incredible.
That is $2 million raised for PCS. To incredible gamers like you. Oh my gosh.
Being there in person, it really warms your heart. The energy in the room is so fun. It's 1,000,000 times better than watching it over a screen. And it's actually when I saw the replay that I was able to see my girlfriend and I like hugging each other because we surpassed the $2 million milestone. And we were there, and honestly, I was just so hooked in the moment. It's incredibly emotional. The event is incredibly emotional. It's beautiful and it's such a happy event. Everyone is enjoying themselves. Everyone is enjoying their runs. Everyone is making friends. The event finale was so perfectly planned that I kind of felt it was crafted for me with the Legend of Zelda speedruns.
Also, can we talk about how I was able to attend a Games Done Quick Classic? I was there to witness the very battle between saving or killing the animals in Super Metroid. For those who don't know about it, it's a Games Done Quick step that at the end of the event features a bid war between going to a room to save the animals or ignoring that part on the final countdown of the game where you have to escape from the planet which is gonna explode. For a speedrun, ignoring the animals and letting them die is faster, but my heart can never let them die. I will always bid in favor of saving them. I was really excited about that.
For me, attending Games Done Quick as a developer of a game that was being ran was a dream. For me, it's all about showing support for the people who liked the game that I worked on. There is nothing more beautiful and satisfying than seeing people enjoy the game you worked on. And no one enjoys a game more than a speedrunner. That's why I wanted to go. I put all my savings into this trip. And it was worth it, every single cent. People were extremely happy to see the developers support the community, but I was even more excited just to be a part of something so beautiful. A lot of people came to me saying that I did such a great job on the run, that my commentary was so fun, and that it was incredible. And every single time people told me that, I couldn't avoid shedding a tear. It happened more than once, and just the thought of remembering that warms my heart. Seeing all the communities gather and people making friends makes you understand how games have brought so many people together. The event was all about friendship, communities, mutual interests, having fun, and all of that contributes to the most beautiful aspect of it, saving lives. I can't quite grasp how something so precious can generate an enormous amount of money for charity. And that's why I believe speedrunning is truly beautiful. It's creating communities based around specific titles. These communities are supporting each other in order to optimize how fast all of them can beat the game. And it's all about making friends along the way. A world record is not made by a single runner. It's made by a community. It's made by a bunch of people who are working towards that goal. Speedrunning is creating a social aspect to many single-player games. Titles that have not a single hint of social motivation. Speedrunning has also created these events, especially games done quick. And this raises the question, how is speedrunning affecting the gaming industry? How are developers reacting to this kind of players that want to go fast? Us, developers, should admire what these people are doing with our games. They are passionate about them. They love showcasing it for people to get them involved in their communities. Show up for them. Let them know you are aware of their communities. Encourage them. Just show support for the community and you'll see that speedrunning is one of gaming's most beautiful aspects.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. As I told you, it's truly a personal one. It's such a personal topic. It's me fulfilling one of my dreams and I'm just extremely happy about it, and I really wanted to share it with you. Also, a lot of people don't even know what's going on at Games Done Quick. Usually you guys just watch it on Twitch and you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what's there at the event. So I thought it was pretty interesting to share it with you guys. Alright, there's a lot of people that I want to thank. First, I want to thank my girlfriend, Nicole. She truly outdid herself. Coming with me to the event. She was pretty much helping me plan everything. She pretty much planned the entire trip, right? I was stuffed with work and I was having a hard time doing it, right? And she helped me plan everything. Originally I was gonna go there by myself. That was the plan. That was how I was gonna do it. But she was like, no, I'm not gonna miss this. I'm not gonna miss this opportunity. I want to see you fulfill your dreams and I want to see you happy, right? So she came with me to the event, even though I was completely sure that she was gonna have a hard time watching so many speedruns, right? She likes games, but she's not into speedrunning. She's not a hardcore gamer, but I think she enjoyed herself there. I think she enjoyed it. People there are incredible. The environment is just incredible. It's so good, it's so fun. Nicole, I want to thank you so much for helping me and for coming with me on the trip. I also want to thank Limey and Vane for allowing me to be there, for letting me be a part of your run. It was extremely special. You guys are extremely special. You guys are such incredible runners and such incredible people. I loved being there with you and I loved sharing the stage with you. And I also want to say thank you and sorry to my brother. While I was at the event, he was actually getting engaged. And he actually invited me, right, to the engagement and all that. He got engaged at the beach, right? And he told me like, hey, why don't you come? And I was like, there's Games Done Quick, man. And we talked through it and he was fine with it. He told me like, no, I don't want you to come to be there at the engagement, right? I'd much rather have you at Games Done Quick because that's your dream and you may not have any other chance in your life. So we talked through it and it's all fine, but I just want to say like, sorry and thank you. And well, he's now married. I'm really sorry for taking this long with the video. Times have been rough. I had to take a long time to put this video out and it was extremely special. So I wanted to take special care of it. I wanted to make it a good one. I hope the next one doesn't take as long. I'm pretty sure it won't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.